something I always share over and over. I'm sure I shared it in the last podcast. The best thing is to find ways to help us just come into center, whatever that is. And so the simple technique I always share with people, cross your ankles when you're stressed, when you're reacting, when you're triggered, do the work, just like building a muscle. Cross your ankles, cross your wrists, clasp your hands, close your eyes, deep breathe, and let the waves go through us, because just taking that simple technique brings the hemispheres of the brain back together. Only takes a few moments, 3 to 5 seconds, the brain comes back into a whole brain state. And it's almost like allowing a shock wave to pass through us and on, versus when we're stressed, if we amplify the stress by carrying on the story, by engaging and creating more stress and drama outside of ourselves, by projecting that stress, then we're going to create far more ripples that have to be dealt with. So in the moment we can, this expression is coming to mind, the stop, drop, and roll, you know, when if you ever, your Halloween cape catches on fire, the stop, drop, and roll. The thing to just kind of trigger in people's memory, the moment that we're going into our stuff, stop, drop, and roll, do the whole brain state, get back in the center before it creates a whole bunch of ripples, because those ripples are sure to come back to the center of the pond, just the way the ripples do once they hit the edge of the pond. They're going to come back. So that's number one. Whatever technique works for us that reduces the chaos and brings us back to stillness. So it's just very simple. Number one, find a technique that works for you, the one that I shared about crossing ankles and wrists any moment we're stressed or triggered. Just start practicing it. I use this with my clients all the time, and they go, oh my God, what was that? You know, we start sessions and someone's really stressed. On a scale of 0 to 10, rate your stress. Where's your stress right now? 0 neutral, 10 extreme. We can all do this with ourselves. I'm at a 10. I'm at a 20. Okay, great. Do the whole brain state. Deep breathe. Once we feel the shift, come out of it. Rate ourselves again. And people go, well, it's amazing. I don't really feel stressed now. I feel like a 5, a 4. What just happened to me? What just happened was you were given a tool of empowerment and you applied it. So that's number one, is just use that simple tool. Like, we don't have to make it any more complicated. That's what I would say to the listeners. Just try it out the next time you're stressed. Feel the magic of the hemispheres of your brain coming back together. It will change your life forever, because in that moment we go, oh my God, there's something I can actually do about this. And that is the first moment of self-empowerment. And that's all it takes, is one moment of self-empowerment to start just pulling everything back in to the center. And another thing I always say is, one baby step is a quantum leap. So even though we might feel like, you know, we freak out in the parking lot because someone cuts us off, just do the stop, drop, and roll. Do the whole brain state. That baby step is actually a quantum leap in our life. And it will expand out, especially now, because so much of the consciousness is coming into an awakened state. So there's way less work to do now.
It is really powerful, because what it teaches you is that you are in control of your emotional state. You control your emotions. It's not the external reality dictating whether you're happy, angry, upset, impatient, joyous, whatever. It's like you actually have that. And the way that I imagine is like neural nets are what are formed when you create, when you're learning, right? So you throw a baseball as a kid and you got like one neuron connected to another neuron, right? And then you throw it a different way, and then it's another one. And then over time, you have this whole neural net around the baseball, how it can move, how you can catch.